ンツを履かせてちょうだい。
はい。
あなたを助けるために脱いでしまったから何も履いてないのよ。ノーパンよ。ノーパンでは帰れないでしょ。
そんなの自分で履けば。
あら、もう忘れたのかしら。私の下着を携えて着替えを手伝う。あなたは私のクローゼット。
Titties. 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 Titties the anime. Should you watch, please put them on me, Takamine-san. Oh my gosh. What a concept for a show. So let me just say this. So the whole concept is Takamine is the #1 student in school or whatever. And this very much reminds, there was another show where some kid had superpowers where he was able to cheat and repeat time and stuff. And anyways, I'm not going to get into that. What was that? Was that Chobits? No. Anyways, doesn't matter. We have Takamine, and she is the #1 student council person, #1 in class, always gets 100s, always a perfect person. And she's obsessed with being #1. And the reason that she's able to do that is she has the power where she takes off on a piece of underwear. She's able to reverse time. Now, that sounds pretty awful because that means like if you just naturally take off your underwear without even meaning to actually revert time, it's going to revert regardless. But hey, let's just whatever. So she is able to reverse time, and that's why she's been able to pull off all of these feats, which is she's a little bit of a narcissist, which is kind of crazy. And she is definitely like, there's something wrong up here, because even if you had that power, it's just weird to like, she got 98, but she wanted 100. So whatever. She ends up dragging in this this dude who his name is Shirota. His name is Koshi Shirota, and he basically he's I don't know, like he's just some random kid, and he's stowed away in the gym one day, or in like the gym closet area, and he saw her titties. He saw her titties on accident. And because he saw her titties, that unlocks something in her power, which is called Eternal Virgin Road, which, you know, which allows her to undo past actions. But because he saw the titty McBitties, apparently that is something in her power. Who knows how she discovered that before? But there's something in her powers to where he's kind of exempt from the power, where he remembers what happens before and after. So he gets kind of pulled back with her and then redoes the things. But what's weird about that is he gets pulled back with her in the... oh my God. The test happens. She gets a 98 and she wants to undo it. He gets put back in time, and he has to redo that time frame. But then later on, when she redoes it again because he's spilled something on her, he travels back to the future. So there's something weird with her powers. So, you know, whatever. Okay, let me just stop right there. I don't want to talk about the whole story. I did not like it. And going back to the beginning of the video, should you watch it? Here's the deal. Here's the skivvy. Here's the thing. If you're one of two people, first off, you really like the art or the fan service, okay? You really like the art or the fan service, and you want an anime to cater to good art and fan service, and that's what you're into, which there's zero shame. If that's what you want to watch, you are empowered to watch whatever the F you want to watch. If that's you, sure, you watch it. The second person may not care as much about fan service, but doesn't dislike it. I would put myself in that category. I don't dislike fan service. I think there's a good way and a bad way to do it. And this show is definitely centered around fan service, which again, I don't mind, right? I love High School DxD. I freaking love Issei. I love High School DxD. But the show is definitely centered around fan service, but it has a good enough story that's dumb. It's just enjoyable. So if you're a person who doesn't mind fan service but likes comedy, and I would definitely describe this show as comedy. If any time in episode 1 I did not, and that's the missing link for me, if you laughed or found humor or found this episode 1 humorous, and you're like if you found it humorous, then yeah, I think the show is for you too. If you're somewhere in the middle where you have no feeling, you didn't find it funny, then I can't recommend the show. For me, on a personal level, let me just describe myself. I watched the episode. I don't think the story is strong enough. I think the concept of her powers are dumb. I think the reasoning to use her power is dumb. I think her reason to make him her closet is dumb. The way she blackmailed him, I'm not a fan of. Like, she basically almost fucked this guy's life up. I'm not a fan of that. I just genuinely just don't like it. And it wasn't because it invoked a feeling of anger in me, because I'm not angry, you know what I mean? And I always, the reason I bring that up is I always say, hey, if an anime makes you feel something, then it's doing something right. But I'm not angry at it. It's just not my cup of tea. I didn't like it. I was like, it's just dumb. And if all of those reasons are because she actually likes him and she's just trying to pull him in closer, I don't know if I can get behind that either, you know? So I have all my reasons. And the main thing is I just didn't find it funny. That's my main thing. I didn't laugh. There was no hee hee. There was no haha. I didn't laugh during the whole episode. The only thing I can see myself appreciating was the fan service. And if I really want that level of fan service, I'll go watch hentai. But I gotta be real, like, I gotta be real in the feels to get to that level. So again, I don't mind the fan service. I think the Takamine is very well drawn. I think she looks very good, you know. If I laughed a bit, if I found comedy in this show, I would appreciate it more. And based on I think it was the 𝐸𝐷, it looks like there's gonna be more characters introduced. I don't know if they'll also have the same level of fan service with those other characters. But it seems like, you know, if you're into the Tickle McBitties, which is, I mean, everybody is, I think that you're set to eat really well. I just don't think there's enough here to warrant a watch. And when I look at the other simple thing, my friends, is the other thing, you know, when I look at my other really large list of anime that still has yet to air, today we watched The Two Perfect Saint, which I think was okay, much better than this. We have The Brilliant Healer's Life in a New World coming, I think tomorrow. Can a Boy Girl Friendship Survive? I have coming. Not about the going, about the coming. We have Kowloon Generic Romance, another romance anime from Old Country Bumpkin, To Be Hero. Unaware Atelier was really good. The Gorillas Gods Go To Girl, I think it's going to be funny. I think that's going to take the comedy one. I don't know if I'm going to cover it on the other channel yet, but we have Kakushite Makina-san. I think that one looks pretty good. Yandere Elf might give this one a run for the fan service money. My Hero Vigilantes, the Shunji Family Children. That's probably gonna have some fan service in it too. So it's like, when it comes to all these other shows, is the Takamine Please Put Them On Me Takamine-san good enough? I just don't think it is. If I had to put a rating, I think this was a 5 out of 10 episode. And just based on this, it's just not for me. But that's okay. Like I said, if you're in one of those other two ballparks, if you're having one of those other two feelings, I think the show is for you. And you'll probably rate it higher. You'll probably be like, this was a 7 out of 10, or this is one of my favorites of the season, or I found it really funny, or I really love the fan service here. And if you're in either of those camps, more power to you. Let me know how you guys are feeling in the comments down below. I appreciate you guys watching this video. If this was Should You Watch, Please Put Them On Me, Miss Takamine-san. Wasn't for me, but I know it's going to be for a lot of other people, and I know it's going to produce a lot of clips, because there's going to be a lot of scenes this season, and I wish that you enjoy it the most if you watch. All right, I'll see you in the next one, my friends. Peace out.